So apparently, while I was recording that last video, my microphone decided not to work. So, potato mic warning, just to let you guys know. Please enjoy the video.
Hello. Today I'm going to be doing a different kind of video than I normally do on the channel. Normally, I play games or do something funny for you guys to watch. This time I'm actually going to be doing a homework assignment. But the message is still important, so that's why I'm going to be including this on this channel, and hopefully in about 4 years I can look back on it and reflect on it and see if what I said has changed. So the homework assignment that I'm doing this for is for this class called Honors 100. And essentially I have to talk about my definition of philosophy of education. Essentially, what does a college education mean to me? What is its value in today's society? I am going to college. I go to college here in Connecticut, and I'm very lucky for my situation because I don't have to pay for college, and not a lot of people can say that, and I'm very lucky. So I'm going to talk a little bit about my high school career and how that influenced my perception of education and how that's possibly changed throughout my first semester. I just finished my first semester here at college, and how the honors college and all these other things that I've taken in my life influence my value of education. And hopefully you can take something away from this, because I feel that education is very invaluable, and I will explain that. So here's a little background. I went to a pretty big high school. My graduating class was about it was 444 people. So that means that there was a big variety. There's a pretty big diversity. But what I try to do is I try to take a lot of AP classes. I was always that kid to be in all the honors classes that I could. I took a lot of AP classes. The AP classes I took was AP Government, AP Chemistry, AP US History, AP Calculus AB, and AP Physics 1. And I did experience AP Physics C a little bit. That's another story. So in high school, I come to love some of my AP teachers, and I grew an appreciation for what they did, because especially my AP US History teachers, who I still talk to today, and they're really great. One day I might show this to them. One of the big things concerning AP classes is that the credit for the AP test is not accepted in a lot of colleges nowadays. My college accepts them, but unfortunately I didn't get 4s or 5s, so they didn't take them. But what was invaluable about taking those classes is that it taught me how to focus and how to study and how to want to learn more when it comes to college. College is something where you have to do a lot of things on your own. You have to learn a lot of things on your own. But the important thing to realize is that you're not alone. You have a lot of people helping you. But going through those high school classes has really taught me how to, sort of be an overachiever. Because I had a lot of friends who didn't take AP classes, and a lot of friends who just got away with doing the easy stuff, and they're probably struggling right now in college. So I went into college thinking two things. One, I'm going to get a degree in film, and I'm going to do animation. Or I'm going to get a degree in chemistry because that's more reliable, and I'm pretty sure I can get a job there. So I said, you know what, I'm still doing YouTube as a hobby, and I'll do chemistry on as well. If I don't like it, I'll change it, and that's okay. So one day my parents had a conversation with me, and they said, "No, we can only afford so much." And I said, "Okay, I got you." So I applied to only a couple schools because I didn't want to apply to a bunch of schools that I knew I wasn't going to go to anyway. That's just a waste of money. Applications cost so much money. Regardless, there was just one school in particular, and it had this honors program. And essentially what that means is you take these honors classes, and in return, you can get a scholarship or a full scholarship after these interview process, and I got the full scholarship. I was one out of like I think 12 people in the whole school, and I was very lucky for that. There might have been more. I don't know. It doesn't matter. So one of the reasons why I wanted to show you that, I'm not trying to brag, but it's essentially this. There are so many people, there's a certain amount of time where there are a lot of people in my classes, because I had a lot of smart friends in my honors classes that are like, I'm going to this school, I'm going to that school. I just saw today someone got into Princeton. I had a friend who got a Fuller scholarship to friggin' Ivy League school, and but a lot of them didn't get any money back, so they're going to be in debt for a long time, and I didn't want that, and so I took care of that. And you guys can do that too, and I think that's really valuable. So if you are applying, look for honors college or look for any scholarships you can. So I went into my college career thinking that it would pretty much be difficult, but it wouldn't be impossible. And I wasn't very wrong. I had some classes that were really easy, and I had other classes that I had to work really hard in. I had another honors class, and just to put in terms of how difficult it is, one of my teachers went into the room and was like, you know, that's the most writing intensive course we probably offer, and it's a freshman class. But nevertheless, I just got my last project back and it said 100%, so it's very doable. So what does this have to do with my philosophy of education? College allows you to learn and grow as a person. It allows you to do a lot of things like become a leader, find out more about yourself, and that's something that's very important to people younger like me who, you know, many things are happening in our lives that we can't control, and something that we can control, like maybe a leadership position, whether a club or a sport, or anything else, really helps. And what's invaluable about college education nowadays is that there's so many things you can't do without it. Not saying that you need to go to college, but it's something that everybody should at least try, because otherwise you're denying yourself a chance to be around people with different values and like-minded values to help you grow as a person, to appreciate different things. For example, my part-time job, I see a lot of different people, and I remember one time I was helping out this FedEx employee. A FedEx truck came by, and he was telling me, and he asked me, "Hey, do you go to college?" And I said, "Yes, I go to college." And I had told him that I had gotten the scholarship, and he said, "You know what? That's really good." And he said, he told me two things. He told me, one, that from like day one, he kept telling his kids to go to college. And two, and the reason was because he didn't want his kids to end up like him, stuck as a FedEx employee. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But by denying yourself a education, be it liberal arts or science or anything else, you deny yourself a chance to grow as an adult. And a lot of times that means you're denying yourself a chance to get a better job. And so here we have another part of why education is important, because it's not just you get a degree, which means you get a job. It means you can keep getting jobs in the future. It means you can grow as a person to realize what you want and then get that, and then in the future be able to get anything else you want. So what is my statement of philosophy of education? Well, education is a human experience that is essential to growing as people. Anyone can learn, and everyone should, but wanting to learn throughout life is essential. Do you need a college degree for that? Some people no, but you would be denying yourself the chance to learn if you didn't. College is a time where young people like myself figure out what makes us tick, and so that we can see the world for ourselves. So take my advice. Go out and find new ways to learn. just like I am now, and will be doing for hopefully a long time. I got a full scholarship, and so can you. College is super expensive. Some people say that it might not be worth it. I would argue it is, because there's many ways to afford college as well, but you have to try. That's all the time I have for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys are going through college or are going through the college experience, right, or the application experience right now, I know I have some friends who do, write down your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hopefully the teacher grading this video gives it a good grade, because I didn't do a normal essay. I went outside the box for this one. So if you're seeing this, hi, have a great holiday, and I'll see all of you guys in the next video. Later.